Welcome, dear one. I am so glad you are here. You may not feel it right now, but something in you is already shifting. You are searching for answers, not just on the outside, but also within yourself. That longing for clarity and peace, that soft desire to understand why the life you desire hasn't arrived yet. It is not a weakness. It is your inner wisdom calling you home. There is no shame in wondering why abundance hasn't shown up. We've all been there, looking out at the world and wondering, why not me? It can feel like you've done everything, worked hard, thought positively, tried to stay hopeful, and yet something still feels blocked. It's okay to feel frustrated. It's okay to feel tired. These are just signals asking you to look a little deeper, to love yourself a little more gently, and to become more aware of the thoughts you carry daily. Abundance is not just money or possessions. It's a sense of fullness, a life that feels rich with love, peace, creativity, opportunities, health, and yes, material support too. But here's a gentle truth. Abundance is not something we chase or grab. It's something we align with. It already exists, and it is always looking for a way to reach you. But sometimes, the doors we've built inside, doors made of fear, doubt, guilt, or past pain, keep it from coming in. You were never meant to beg for what is naturally yours. The universe is not holding back to punish you or test you. It is simply waiting for you to open inward, to soften, and to make space for what you are truly ready to receive. It is not about proving your worth. You are already worthy. Your very breath is proof that you are meant to be here and meant to thrive. Take a deep breath now. Inhale slowly and exhale with a gentle sigh. Let that be your first step. You are safe here. You are loved. And you are beginning to allow a beautiful truth to rise. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are awakening. And in that awakening, we will find together what has quietly been in the way of the abundance that belongs to you. One of the deepest reasons abundance feels distant is that we've been conditioned to live in the energy of lack. From a young age, many were taught that there is not enough time, not enough money, not enough love, not enough opportunity. These thoughts didn't come from truth. They came from fear. And when fear is repeated, it becomes a belief. When belief is repeated, it becomes a pattern. That pattern then starts shaping your daily reality. Lack is not just something in the outer world. It becomes a feeling in the body. It settles in the chest, tightens the breath, and makes the heart feel like it needs to protect itself all the time. When a person walks through life expecting there won't be enough, they naturally close down their receiving. They say yes with their mouth, but the energy says no. They want to believe, but the nervous system says it's not safe to expect good things. This isn't anyone's fault. It's not a failure. It's a coping mechanism. Many people survived through the energy of just enough or don't ask for too much. They learned to shrink themselves, to hold back, to feel guilty for wanting more. And in doing so, they became distant from the very flow that wants to bless them. Abundance doesn't come when we're constantly watching the clock or fearing the bills or comparing our lives to others. It comes when we shift the energy within, when we begin to release the grip of fear and open to the truth that there is more than enough for everyone, including you. Let's say this together, softly in your heart, if not aloud. I am safe to let go of lack. I trust the process of life. You can repeat this in the morning, in the mirror, before bed, or whenever fear arises. Don't worry if you don't fully believe it yet. Just saying it begins to melt the old pattern. It opens a little crack in the wall, and through that crack, the light begins to shine. As the light of awareness grows, something else is revealed, the mirror of self-worth. This is the space where so many quietly close the door on abundance without even realizing it. Deep down, many people carry the thought, I don't really deserve this, not because they are bad, but because somewhere along the way they were made to feel small. They were told, through words or silence, that their needs were too much, their dreams too big, their light too bright, and so they dimmed, they settled, they accepted crumbs when they were meant for the feast, they gave and gave, hoping it would prove their worth. But love doesn't work that way. The universe doesn't reward self-abandonment. It responds to self-honor. If you believe, even a little, that you are not worthy of an abundant life, it will be hard to receive it, even if it's trying to find you. That's why the work is not outside. It is in the quiet spaces within. The mirror is a beautiful tool for this. Stand in front of it, look into your eyes, and gently say, I am worthy of receiving all the good life has to offer. Say it again, slowly, with kindness. It may feel awkward at first. That's okay. Healing often feels unfamiliar, but keep going. This work of self-worth is not about ego or arrogance. It is about truth. You were born enough. You do not have to earn it. You simply have to remember. Think of a flower. It doesn't try to be worthy of sunlight. It simply opens. That's what you're learning to do. To open, to receive, to trust your place in the garden of life. You might want to ask yourself this gentle question today. Where in my life am I still acting as if I am not enough? Write about it, reflect on it, not with judgment, but with curiosity. Awareness is the beginning of change. When you see where your worthiness has been dimmed, you can begin to bring light there. And in that light, everything begins to grow. Let's take another breath here. Inhale slowly and exhale with ease. Feel the softness of this moment. You are safe. You are growing. You are remembering. And with every kind thought, every loving word, you are inviting abundance to come home. Sometimes the thoughts we think over and over again become invisible to us. They feel like truth when really they are just habits of the mind. A thought like, it's too hard to get ahead, or people like me never get a break, may have been quietly repeating itself in the background for years. These thoughts are not just ideas floating in the air. They carry energy. They send signals to the body, and the body responds. Tension builds, the breath shortens, and the heart begins to prepare for disappointment even before anything happens. The body listens to what the mind says. If the mind says, I always have to struggle, the body prepares for a life of struggle. If the mind says, good things don't last, the body stays on edge, ready for the good to vanish. Over time, this becomes a cycle, thought, feeling, response, and it all happens without you even noticing. But the good news is this: when you change your thoughts, the whole pattern begins to shift. This doesn't mean forcing happy thoughts when you feel sad. It means becoming aware of the story you've been telling yourself and gently choosing a new one. Even a small shift can create a ripple. Instead of, I'll never get ahead, you might say, I am open to something new today. That's all. Just openness. That is the doorway to change. When you begin to welcome thoughts that support you, the body feels it too. The shoulders relax, the breath deepens, the heart opens. That is the beginning of abundance. It flows through ease, not force. You don't have to think positive every minute. You just have to become kinder to yourself. Offer yourself a new idea and let it settle in. One beautiful affirmation to use here is, I am willing to think thoughts that welcome joy and flow. Say it slowly. Let it wash over you. You don't have to believe it perfectly. You just have to be willing. It's also helpful to pause and notice when a thought comes up that feels heavy or closed. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me receive more good? If the answer is no, then you have the power to choose another one, not with pressure or guilt, but with grace. Like opening a window to let in fresh air. You are not fighting your old thoughts. You are simply offering yourself something lighter. Now, let's look at another place where abundance often gets stuck. Old beliefs around money, receiving, and having enough. For many people, money is not just a topic, it's a trigger. It brings up memories, fears, rules, and even shame. Often, these beliefs didn't even start with you. They were passed down, heard at the dinner table, whispered in quiet struggles. They live deep in the subconscious like roots, shaping your relationship with receiving. Some of these old beliefs might sound like, money doesn't grow on trees, or rich people are selfish, or wanting more is greedy. These thoughts aren't universal truths. They are just ideas that someone repeated until they stuck. And like any belief, they can be questioned, they can be softened, they can be replaced. Let's take a deep breath and do something brave. Ask gently within, what belief about money am I still carrying that no longer serves me? Let the answer come softly. Don't force it. Maybe it's a belief that you have to work until exhaustion to earn, or that you have to be perfect to deserve success, or that you'll lose yourself if you become abundant. Whatever rises, just notice it. Awareness is the first step. Then ask another question. Is this belief loving? Because if it's not loving, it's not your truth. The truth always feels like peace. Even if it's new or unfamiliar, it will feel like a deep exhale in the body, a soft yes. You can begin to shift your relationship with receiving by using kind words, not to trick yourself, but to guide yourself. Try saying this: I am open to new ways of receiving support. It is safe for me to have more than enough. Feel the softness in those words. Let them sink in. You don't have to repeat them like a robot. Just let them become part of your daily rhythm, like a gentle melody playing in the background. Receiving is not selfish. It is sacred. When you receive fully, you have more to give. When you are abundant, your presence uplifts others. The world does not need more people hiding their light. It needs more people who feel safe, supported, and open. That is what you are becoming. Now let us return to something so simple yet so powerful, the rhythm of life itself. Life has a natural flow. The seasons don't rush, the flowers don't push, the waves don't hold back, and yet they are all in perfect timing. You too have a natural rhythm, but in this fast-moving world, it's easy to forget. We get caught in the pressure to hurry, to achieve, to make things happen before they are ready. But real abundance doesn't come from pushing, it comes from aligning. When you align with your true self, you stop trying to get things. Instead, you allow things to come. You trust the unfolding. You begin to see that delays are not denials. They are often protection. They are preparation. Everything that belongs to you cannot miss you, but it may wait for you to be truly ready. This is why patience is not punishment. It is power. It teaches you to trust. It helps you listen. And in that listening, something beautiful happens. You hear your own soul speaking. You feel the rhythm of your own becoming. You might say to yourself, I am in rhythm with the flow of life. I trust the timing of my path. These words are not just comforting, they are activating. They begin to harmonize your inner world with the natural intelligence of the universe. And the universe always knows the way. If something hasn't arrived yet, it may not be because you're doing something wrong. It may simply be that something within you is still coming into alignment. Like a seed underground, you are growing even when nothing seems visible. Your job is not to force the bloom. Your job is to nourish the soil, to tend to your thoughts, to care for your energy, and to rest in the knowing that all things bloom in season. Take another breath with me. Let your shoulders soften. Let your mind settle. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. Your inner rhythm is guiding you. The universe is not late. It is precise. And as you soften into this truth, you will feel abundance moving closer, not because you chased it, but because you allowed it. You are learning to live in harmony. You are learning to receive with ease. And in that gentle allowing, miracles begin to unfold. Let us now look at the spaces in your life, both inside and around you. Abundance, dear one, is drawn to openness. It thrives where there is room to breathe, where energy flows freely, where love is invited in. That's why even the smallest act of clearing space, emotionally, mentally, or physically, can create a powerful shift. You might start by noticing what no longer supports your highest good. This isn't about judgment, it's about listening. Maybe there are thoughts that constantly pull you down. Maybe your home feels cluttered, your calendar too full, your heart a little heavy with old stories. Begin by choosing one small area to shift. Maybe it's a drawer or a corner of your mind. As you clear it, say to yourself, I make space for the new by releasing what no longer serves me. Gratitude is one of the most powerful ways to make room for more. When you appreciate what is here now, you send a message to the universe that you are ready, not out of desperation, but from love. When you say, thank you, you align with what is already flowing. You tune into the frequency of enough. Start with one thing each morning. Say aloud, I am grateful for, and let your heart speak. It might be something small, a warm drink, a quiet moment, a kind word. These are not small things at all. They are portals to abundance. They bring your attention back to the present, and the present is where all good begins. Another powerful tool is visualization, not from a place of lack, but from a space of joy. Take a few minutes each day to gently imagine what your abundant life feels like, not just what it looks like, what it feels like in your body. Is there ease? Is there peace? Is there laughter? Let that feeling rise inside you like sunlight. Let it warm you. And then carry that warmth into your actions, into your smile, into the way you speak to yourself. Say to yourself often, every small action invites abundance into my life, because it's true. When you tidy your space, you tell the universe you care. When you honor your time, you tell the universe you're ready. When you treat yourself kindly, you become a match for all that is kind and good. These small acts are not chores. They are signals. They are sacred invitations for abundance to come and stay. It's easy to think, I'll be happy when. But the real secret is this. When you find peace in this moment, the next moment opens wide. Your future responds to how you treat the present. Love the now, and the later will love you back. There is something very powerful that happens when you stop waiting for abundance to arrive and begin to live as if it already lives within you. This is not pretending. It is remembering. You are not empty. You are already full of wisdom, full of beauty, full of love. You don't have to get abundance. You are abundance. You are the very expression of life's creative power. So instead of chasing, you begin to express. Instead of grasping, you begin to offer. You walk with more grace. You speak with more intention. You breathe with more presence. And slowly, without effort, everything around you begins to reflect that inner shift. Think about the sun. It doesn't try to shine. It simply does. It doesn't ask for permission. It knows its role to give light. That's what you're here to do, to shine, to be who you are. And in being who you are, you naturally attract what belongs to you. The question becomes not, how do I get more, but how do I live more from who I truly am? Because the more you become yourself, the more life rushes in to meet you. The more you love yourself, the more love surrounds you. The more you value your own presence, the more valuable opportunities appear. Let this be your quiet truth today. I am abundant in every breath I take, not because of what you own or what you've achieved, but because you are connected to the source of all life. That source is unlimited, and you are never separate from it. You are a part of the infinite flow. You are the river and the ocean. You are the seed and the garden. Even when the outer world feels uncertain, even when your bank account or circumstances say otherwise, you can still return to this truth. I am abundant now. That simple awareness can change the way you walk, the way you speak, the way you think. And from that change, your outer life will begin to match your inner knowing. Let's take this moment to breathe deeply once more. Inhale peace, exhale tension. Allow your shoulders to drop. Let your jaw relax. Let your heart rest. You have done enough. You are enough. Right here, right now. And now, as we come to the close of this gentle journey together, I want to leave you with this message, a message as old as time and as true as love. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not being tested or punished. You are being prepared. You are being refined. You are being gently aligned with the most beautiful version of your life. Abundance is not something that shows up only when everything is perfect. It begins in moments like this, quiet moments of truth and tenderness. It begins with the soft decision to think more kindly, to believe more gently, to open more fully. And so I invite you to say with all the love in your heart, abundance flows to me with ease because I am ready to receive. Say it slowly. Say it with love. Say it like you mean it, because you are ready. You are already becoming. You are already receiving. There is nothing more you need to do today except this. Be kind to yourself. Walk gently. Trust your timing. And know deeply that the universe is on your side. You are safe, you are loved, and your abundant life is not ahead of you. It is within you, rising now.